Very excited to welcome Jeff Pittman, who is a certified aging in place specialist and owner of TruBlue in South Wilmington. I'd like you to ask you to hold your questions until after Jeff's presentation, because he's got a lot he wants to say and lots of good information for you. But there'll be plenty of time. You can ask your questions at the end, and we'll have Meg with a microphone, so she'll go around and make sure everybody can be heard. Jeff began his career working in various nursing facilities for quite a few years, and in that time, he noticed that there was never enough transport vehicles for clients. So seeing the need and having the motivation to fill it, he opened his first business, which was Carolina Mobile Transport. And while in the transport business, it became clear that there was a real need for house maintenance services, especially for seniors. So again, wanting to fill that gap, Jeff considered opening a business to help with home maintenance. And then this led him to contract with TruBlue Total House Care, because it not only fulfilled an important need, but he was also able to become a certified aging in place specialist. And he has been enjoying this relationship for 2 years. And I know he's got more to say about that when it's his turn. Jeff has been married for 26 years to Veronica, and he has 2 daughters, Victoria and Taylor. He loves to cook, read, do anything outdoors. Sounds like my kind of man. You cook, that's good. And is a member of St. Mark's Church in Wilmington. So please join me in a warm welcome for Jeff Pittman.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. First of all, I'd just like to thank everybody for allowing me to come here and talk to you a little bit about today about aging in place. Like Connie was saying, this is probably like my second business to dealing with the senior population. But first, before we get into what aging in place is, go over a little bit more what Connie just went over about a little bit about my family and how we got started. Actually, this is the family she was talking about. Up on the top is my wife in the middle, my daughter on the left, Victoria, and daughter on the right, Kayla. Victoria is a graduate of NC State in philosophy and law and history and stuff that I don't understand, but that's her thing. Her path is to become a constitutional attorney, so that's her path. My wife is a registered respiratory therapist at Novant in Wilmington. She's been doing that for about 15 years. She during the whole COVID era, she worked with all the people that were on the ventilators. So she had a rough 2 years for those 2 years, but she made it through it, and she's still there. And then my Kayla on my right, she actually works at the hospital also. She is a unit secretary at the hospital and works beside her mother. Then up here is the crazy ones, Boo and Sully. They're family also. They're ours. Boo on the left is a Bernie Doodle, and Sully there later, the white one, he's a gold doodle, and then the other one is Ellie, which is my daughter's dog, and she lives in Raleigh. So, a couple of things we like to do. Just want to give you a little bit of background about us, what we like to do. My wife and I, we like to, like Cody said, we like to cook, entertain, travel, do things like that. One of our favorite spots, I don't know if anybody here has ever been there, but it's Jekyll Island in Georgia. We normally go there once a year. It's just very relaxing. If you ever get a chance, just head on down to Jekyll Island. So, okay. So, first of all, how many people here are from North Carolina? Yeah, maybe 1, 2. So, all right. The other question is, your home you bought here. You think it'd be your last home that you purchased, your final home? So okay. So the goal is to make that home as safe as possible to stay in. But the actual definition of a certified aging in place specialist is here, someone who understands the unique needs of the older adult population and knowledge about aging in place, home modifications, common remodeling projects, and solutions to common barriers. Basically, okay. Basically, in a nutshell, what it means is to keep your home safe for you to stay in. There are a lot of beautiful independent living units, facilities and stuff now, but it's just not the same as staying in your home. So we want to make it safe for you to stay there. So, not going to bore you with a bunch of statistics, but you want to be able to stay in your home and independently. So what we're going to do is come in and do an assessment for you, full assessment of the entire home, and once we're done, we'll make recommendations to what we think that needs to be done for your home to stay there safely. Right. Now, everybody has some key considerations. Why do you want to stay in your home? Is it the community you want to stay here? Of course, everybody loves the community here. You want to stay here. Is it because of your friends or your transportation? Like Connie's saying, you have all those things here, so built into the nest. So what we want to do, like I said, keep repeating myself, but we want to make your home safe. You got like pretty much everything else here with Nest. I feel like I might want to join Nest and move here with all the accommodations. But they're here to help you with all those things. We want to help you keep your home safe. So we'll be here to do that for you. So a certified aging in place specialist is only one of the advocates you should have in your arsenal. I'm not going to talk about any of these, but elder care attorney, geriatric manager, advisors, daily money account. But we want to make your home safe. So we work with all these people. If you need any help with those, we can recommend those people to you also. And if you look here to the left. Unfortunately, most of these are out of pocket. For some reason, insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, they haven't picked up yet to pay for any of these things. And for our lower income customers, sometimes it's hard for them to be able to do these improvements. So we're hoping that eventually the insurance and Medicare and stuff will start picking up and paying for some of these improvements for them. So, and like you said, we were talking about this is probably your home that you want to stay in. Downsizing really isn't always the option. Everyone doesn't want to downsize, so you want to stay in the home that you love. A lot of people, it's the home that they grew up in, so they want to stay there. So it's not just a retirement home that they bought and going to improve on, but it's the house that they grew up in. They want to stay there. We'll come in. We'll do whatever improvements they need to make sure that they stay there. So, like I said, instead of downsizing, these are the different things that we can do. So what would you think the number one safety issue is in the home? Falls? Yes, it's definitely falls. So when we'll come in and do our assessment, that's going to be one of the main things that we look for, is anything that can be a potential fall. And we will, anything from your rugs, of course, a lot of the things you can do yourself, but we'd be happy to come in and do them for you. So the rugs and some people can install their own grab bars, but we'd do that for you. We install wheelchair ramps, grab bars, door widening, anything like that to help make the house more accessible to you to get around. Some things people don't think of is light switches and things like that. We can move those around for you so they're more accessible. But yeah, water handles, we switch out the knobs to the handles. Doorknobs, from doorknobs to door handles. there's just a lot of things that people don't think about, but we can get this all done for you. The outdoor, lately we've been installing quite a few of just the railings. People don't think about when they're coming up to the door, you're carrying groceries or something like that. There's no place to sit them. There's nothing to hold on to. We actually today we installed 4 railings, just short railings for people to hold on when they're getting in, being able to open up the door and get in. So we can do those for you. We work with several modular ramp companies. So like somebody just said that their wife is coming home tomorrow, maybe had some hip surgery or things like that. If you need to put in a temporary ramp, we can design this for you, bring it in, set it up. When you're done with it, we come back and take it out. But then you can also build a permanent ramp. We'll design that one for you also. Come in, it'll be permanently part of your home, and it'll design it to blend into your home. So. We don't. This is one thing I say we, but elevators. Elevators are a new thing. There are many elevators. They can be indoor, outdoor. So when I had the transportation business, we used to pick up quite a few family members that had wheelchair or the elevators. So they're convenient. They're a little pricey, but they're very convenient and safe to use. So bathrooms. This is probably it's definitely the number one area in the house that we work on and do repairs on. A couple things you want to think about in the bathrooms are the doors. Sliding doors instead of having doors going in and out. It gives you much more room to work. Railings, just another safety issue. Railings can be put in anywhere in your home. A lot of homes have one on one side now. You might want to put them on both sides coming down, and they can just be blended in to any character of your home. Just blend right into your home. Pretty much the same as the elevator. I don't think anybody here needs one of these. Doesn't look like it, but we have companies that we work with that can install this stair lifts for you. Okay. All right. Here's some of the grab bars. I'm showing you different areas. Of course, you want to get on the studs as much as you can. We do have anchors and everything, the special anchors and stuff that we work with. If you cannot find the stud, we can use the special anchors that will allow us to put the grab bar in wherever you need it. Now, someone asked me earlier if there's a certain height or anything you need for the grab bar, and we do not. We come in and we will work with you to see exactly where you need it, and we even have somebody sit on a toilet, and that way we can know exactly where you need it. So it's no sense in having it up here if you need it down here. Somebody else said they noticed that people are putting them in at an angle now. That works well too. It gives you more area to grab one. Like you see the one over there in the top is at an angle. A lot of people are doing it beside the toilet. So when you're sitting down, you have different people at different heights, and you have different areas to grab onto the grab bar. All right. So there's the designer grab bars. So you can see up here how they look much different than these basic grab bars. They're not showing one there, but they even one that'll wrap around the water. I'm sorry. It actually will wrap around here. It almost looks like a steering. It almost looks like a steering wheel that you can hold on, and that'd be the grab bar. So there's many different styles of grab bars, not just the boring ones like we have here today. And there's the tub conversions. We were talking about the cutout is not in there, but we install a lot of the shower units. We'll take out the tub and put the shower unit in, and the curbless shower units. We just did one for a family. Their daughter was paralyzed from the neck down. She has to do everything with a Hoyer lift, and unfortunately, her mother decided she wanted a curbed shower and not the curbless because she was worried about the water coming out. And she just called me yesterday and asked me if I could come back and cut out the curb because she couldn't get her in a wheelchair, and we cannot do that because of the way it's designed. So if you're thinking about doing anything like that, just whether it's you or somebody just make sure that if you're in a wheelchair, I would definitely go with the curbless. That's going to avoid any of that in the future, and it's easy to get in and out. And the drains are there, so the water is not going to get out on the floor or anything. This is just some of the durable medical equipment, the shower seats and the transfer seats. But actually, this unit here, the cutout, actually will help avoid doing the transfer seat. Some people don't think about it, but this is actually really helps a lot. Actually, just real quick, a personal story. My in-laws, who live in Ohio, they lived in Ohio. They now live in our house. So, and I'm just thinking of because my mother-in-law asked for me to put one of these in, so when she showers, because she needs to use a shower chair, and it's much easier for her to take a shower. But back with their situation is, the whole thing with aging in place, you need to plan. You need to plan ahead, and they did not. They told us they were 600 miles away from us. They just said, "Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us." Well, it came to my father-in-law had a stroke, and my mother-in-law was in the hospital for hip surgery, both at the same time. And so now they came out and they just couldn't take care of themselves, and we couldn't keep going back and forth to Ohio, 600 miles away. So we actually brought them to our house, and we did all this to our house. We put in grab bars and different things in our house. So I didn't mean to get off on the tangent, but the whole thing with the aging in place is to plan ahead. Even for me, I'm starting to plan ahead. When I got grab bars in my house, so I got part of it done. But you just need to plan ahead, whether it's with and he didn't have the will, the financial. None of that was in place. So if there's anything you take away from this, just remember just to plan ahead a little bit with all of this. Just once again, we'll just go through these real quick. Everybody knows what these are. Everybody has seen them. Yeah. All right. So different things about the house. You want to make sure you know where all your shutoff valves are and everything are in the house, because not only will it cause damage to the home if it's slowly a water leak, if it's in the bathroom, the bathroom, of course, is where all the falls happen. You go in there, there's water leaking, you slip, and just make sure you know how to turn it off, and then call somebody to come and get that fixed for you. This here is actually a water sensor that you can put wherever you need to avoid that damage, around water heaters, under sinks, in the bathroom. So that will help you keep anything from leaking and having future and further damage. This is part of the safety of the aging in place. Just about every home we go to now, we'll see one of the like on the right, they have different versions of them, but almost every single person has one that has a doorbell with a video camera that you can see who's at your door. So it's not just all about putting grab bars up or doing things in your bathroom. It's also about safety, things like this, and lighting. So you want to make sure you have plenty of lighting around the outside of your home. Smoke alarms, fire extinguishers. Make sure you have those anywhere in your home. And all this would be included in assessment if we come and do an assessment for you. Another part of the safety is, and this one is a good one, and we see this a lot because these are Wi-Fi door locks now. You can give them out to your family members, caregivers, whoever needs a code, and they can all be different codes for people to come and check on you if you need that, or if it's an emergency. They'll have your code and be able to get into you quickly and not have to knock the door down, which I'll show you in a little bit. Some of the same thing. Anything in your house now can be a smart. Turn the lights on. Anything. Okay, another one. Just more of the smart home switches, so you can add them to your lights and make sure that your lights and stuff are coming on. You can just talk to them. You don't have to worry about trying to get to them to get them turned on to turn off. It's tripping hazards. Definitely go back to the falls. When the assessment we do, we'll check around anywhere in your house, looking for these types of tripping hazards, your sidewalks, your decks, once again, your stairs going into your home, and once you're inside your home, like your rugs and things like that, we would check out for you. All right. These types of things are, you want to make sure that everything's trimmed around your home and your gutters are cleaned and things like that. This goes more towards the damage of your home. But the reason I want to show it is, we don't want you doing it yourselves. There's too many people that are up on ladders that fall off. You don't want to be running around with a chainsaw up on a ladder. Let somebody else come out and do that for you. But definitely want to take care of these things because we go to a lot of homes and we just see it's grown up. There's things growing out of the gutters, and the longer you leave it go, just the worse it gets for repairs in your home. All right, so I have a couple case studies. We can do one or two of them, but this one is basically, I'm actually reading real quick. You met with a client who said, we were the third contractor hand-managed service they had called. The first two said there was no way for them to install grab bars and would require replacing the shower to the tune of $12,000. We were able to install grab bars in the existing tile using wingets, tile anchors for less than $1,000, including materials. And that's what I talked about earlier. We can get the grab bars and everything pretty much anywhere you want. We don't have to tear out your shower or anything to do that. And this system here actually helps with that also. But you don't have to tear out your shower. If somebody comes and tell you have to tear out your shower and put in a grab bar, I would definitely be calling somebody else. So, but yeah, we've done that many times. And the wingets, that's one of the anchors, one of the special anchors that we use if the stud can't be found. So that's what I was talking about earlier. And this is just the answer. Yeah, you can put them just about anywhere. And there's one you can see it's in the angle. A lot of people are putting them in angles now in their showers. I'm sorry, get back here. I'm not going to read this one, but this is the one where I was talking about, like, they couldn't get into their door because they had, no, they won't go. Okay, because they didn't have a way for anybody to access, so they actually had to knock the door down. So that's where the keyless entry, the Wi-Fi entries come in good. So for them to get into the home, they had to actually break it down, whether it's emergency, responders or whatever, or a family member trying to get in and check on somebody. They actually had to break the door down, so they had to replace the entire door. These are actually real case studies that we've done. So the test happened. So and then after that happened, we replaced the door and they put in the new system that wouldn't happen again. Let me see. We'll skip that one. All right, so this is just when we come out, if we come out to visit you, we would leave a list of things for you to check on your own. Like I said, a lot of these things you don't have to pay somebody to do all these things. You just have to know what they are to check, and we would help you, make a list of what to check, and then you could decide what you would want someone like us to do versus something that you could do. And I have a little video. This is one of actually our TruBlue owners. She's in Virginia. She did a little commercial or advertisement, and I wanted to try to play for you. Hopefully the volume will come through.
My name is Carmen Hendricks, owner of TruBlue House Care Vienna, your local licensed, trusted, and insured handyman service. Nearly every adult 65 and older wants to stay in their home, and most of them genuinely believe that their current home is their forever home. And why wouldn't they? Where nursing homes are costly and depersonalized, their home is the place where they raised a family, where they shared meals. It's where they planted their flag and where they watched you spread your wings and fly. But aging in place is not without its risks. 1 in 4 adults over 65 fall each year, with approximately 80% of those falls occurring in the home. Over the course of a year, about 3 million older adults go to the emergency room due to falls, with 800,000 needing hospitalization. Adding on to the emotional stress of a parent falling and the time commitment of getting them medical attention, the average family faces a bill often in excess of $60,000 for fall-related injuries. The scariest part, falling once doubles the chances of falling again. When our parents taught us an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, we listened. At TruBlue, our House Care Plus program works proactively to keep the house a home. TruBlue believes that aging in place starts with a home, and our proven 3-step process works to keep older adults safe and comfortable in their home for the long haul. First, our trusted and certified home technicians perform a thorough home safety assessment inside and outside, where they identify potential safety issues that may have been overlooked with the hope of preventing falls at the source. Second, backed by years of experience, they perform any necessary modifications to the home. This could range from grab bar installation to fixing a leaky faucet, keeping your senior's home safe and well maintained. Third, with our House Care Plus program, our home technicians act as your total house care manager so that you don't have to. This includes general maintenance and repairs, to-do list chores, recommended seasonal tasks, and are customizable to fit our client's budget and lifestyle. Imagine the peace of mind of having our TruBlue technicians address a 2-page honey-do list, thereby giving you back valuable time to spend with your loved ones. TruBlue, we keep your house a home.
But hopefully you could hear it. But like I said at the beginning, in a nutshell, the whole thing is we want to keep it and come in and make your home safe for you to stay in. Whether it's, like I said, from a grab bar or a wheelchair ramp, or if it's lighting or doors, our goal is to make you a little bit more peace of mind to staying in your home versus having to go to a facility. That's always been our goal. That's what we stress to people. that we want to do. We want to keep you in the home that you want to stay in. Like I said, there's some, definitely some really nice communities out there, but it's just not the same thing as your own home. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I have right now. If we want to turn it over to questions, I mean, I'd be happy to answer any questions that anybody has.
I actually have a question.
Okay. Okay.
So you didn't really talk about the kitchen at all. So are there products in the kitchen that could make life easier for those of us who might have back
Yes.
problems?
Yeah. It's a good point. Yes, there are. There's different the cabinets, lower cabinets so that will pull down, and sinks. We can make them they're wheelchair accessible. So the kitchen is I'm sorry. Yeah, I did stress the bathroom because that's where most of the falls we stress on. I mean, we concentrate more on the safety in the falls of the home versus the kitchen. We do some kitchen work through the aging in place, but most of it is in the bathroom. But there are multiple things you can do for the kitchen to make it more accessible. It's not necessarily the safety issues of the kitchen. It's more the accessibility of the kitchen. And yes, we can do that. Yep.
Jeff?
Yes.
I have actually a couple questions. So this just happened recently to a friend of mine, and I wonder if you could comment on what can be done in those homes where there for a while the design was in the bathroom to create a whole separate little room for the toilet inside the bathroom. And what happened to this gentleman is he fainted, he passed out, and he got wedged inside of that little room where the toilet is.
Yes.
And it took EMS a long time to get him out of there, and that was wasted time. And I just wonder if you could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. We do full bathroom renovations, and when it comes to that, we recommend that it's just a one open space. Now, I still have that in my home, like we were talking about there. And when we redo our master bathroom, we're going to open it up just for that reason, so there's more accessibility. Whether eventually, I have bum knees. I have 4 knee surgeries. So if I'm I've been in a walker already before, and it was hard to get in that room and to move around. So we're in the process of planning our master bathroom renovation, and that room's going to go away so that it's more accessibility. So that's our number one recommendation. Is that which? Yeah. So, but I know it's nice for privacy, but when it comes for accessibility and safety, we recommend to just it's more of like one big open room. Yeah. Thank you. I have it.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Just a quick question. If you come out and do a survey on the house, do you do the work, or do you have contractors that do?
Good question. Either myself or my one other lead person will come out and do the assessment. But all of our employees are W-2 employees. They all work for me under our company. The only thing we contract out is licensed electrician and licensed plumber. Everybody else is our employees. Yep. And everybody's vetted. We're totally insured. All that. So, yeah. So, yes, ma'am.
I have another question.
Okay.
Could you, if everyone goes home today after your presentation, do you have like like the top 5 things that we should go home and look at today or tomorrow, and do a little quick inventory of ourselves and have a look at and say, okay, these are the top 5 things that we should be paying attention to in our own homes as sort of like a precursor to having someone come in.
Yes,
to do
yes.
something for us.
Good. Yes, thank you. I would start as soon as you're walking in. Now I know it's light out now, but in nighttime, make sure it's well lit in front so you can see. You got stairs, sidewalks. They may not be level. To avoid the tripping hazards. So lighting is one of them. When you get to the door, like you talked about, make sure there's you have access to the door, that you have support to get in the door. And once you get inside, anything that's laying on the floor that's loose, things like that, things that are laying around, clutter, things like that. You just want to try to keep the clutter to a minimum. And of course, the bathroom. You just do a full assessment of your bathroom and see where you think you're safe, where you need safety, whether it's grab bars, new tub system, something like that. But yeah, they'd be the ones that I would recommend that you start with. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, just turn it off.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah. Too late.
From the fire department, we have on our front porch by our door
Mm-hmm.
a box, and inside it's a key to get into the house. And the firemen come and unblock that, so they don't have to break down our door.
So they don't have to break down your door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I think that's very nice. Very
Oh
good.
yeah. So if you could do that, that's fine. Yeah. So I know every commercial building has that, but I haven't seen it too much on residential. So you have that?
Yes.
Yeah. So and how did you go about?
We just contacted the fire department.
Just contacted the fire
and we told them we wanted I forget what they call it.
Yeah, the lockbox.
A lockbox.
Mm-hmm.
Knox.
Knockbox. Yeah.
Knox box. But anyway, it's a wonderful thing. Nobody has one. You can get one from them.
Perfect.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it costs anything or whatever, but it's worth it.
What's the charge for that?
Yeah. It's actually free. So we don't charge anything for the assessment. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll come in and do the assessment, and then once we're done, we'll put together a little report of what we see and what we think that you need to do, repair, fix, things like that, and then you can decide what you want to work on. So yeah, the assessment is free.
One other question about, you showed on one of your slides one of these lifts,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the lifts you showed looked like it went up about 4 steps or so. How much would something like that cost?
That is, if you're talking about like the elevator one,
Elevator lift?
yeah, I do. We don't install those. I showed you that is something that you can do. But I know a company, 101 Mobility, out of Wilmington, they install those, and I know they probably start anywhere between $8,000 and up to do those. Yeah.
And one more quick question.
Mhm, yeah.
On ramps, what's the height of a ramp in terms of linear feet? In other words, how
Well,
many?
it's based on the ramp's based on a 12 to 1.
12 to 1.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Saw some other hands. Yeah. No. Connie. Yeah, anywhere? So. So.
There's a handout in the back that's from the AARP, and the very first thing it's titled as this home fit. The very first thing is there at least one step-free entrance into the home? I think here in St. James, unless you've got ramps, you got steps.
Yeah.
Because we have a very strict POA that requires steps.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know exactly how you get around it.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
So yeah. They have. You don't have to build. They have small portable ramps. I mean, literally portable. You can put them down, take them up. If it's just for like one step. For something like the shower. it would just be a small ramp going into the shower. Same way with your door, the threshold. I mean, if you just need a little ramp to get in and out there, I'm not sure how many. At least four steps. Yeah, and that would require an actual ramp for 4 or 5 stairs. Yeah. Yeah, we do. We like HOAs and POAs because they make you guys do stuff. So and then they call us. But yeah, so we work with the POAs and HOAs to help design and everything. Even for just the handrails that we just did today, I was talking about we had put in 4 handrails. That took almost 6 weeks. It was just a handrail, 2 in the front porch and 2 in their garage, and so we had to go through the whole thing. We had to show them what we're using, the designs. But yeah, we're happy to help with the design and everything on those.
Have you worked with the POA here?
No, I have not. No, not yet. So, well,
Excuse me.
Yes.
There are some homes in St. James that don't have steps. I have a house, 7 years old, that has 1 step. And there are a lot of new things that they're building that just, some of the townhouses and so on do not have steps.
So they're building them for that purpose.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So, yes.
My
yes.
husband's a little handicapped,
Yes.
so we look for a
That's
home.
good. It's good that they're doing that. Yes.
1 step. 1 step in the garage,
Yeah.
1 step in the front.
Yeah.
So someday we may need a mini ramp. But
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. You just have a little mini ramp. I mean, you can pick it up, and if it's just get the person in, you can pick it up and put it in the closet. They even have ones that fold up. You have a handle on them. So.
I just thought from a comfort level, there are some homes with no steps or 1 step.
Yeah. Great. Anybody else?
Okay, I got one more question. This is a really dumb one, and don't everybody laugh.
No.
But please explain to me how this thing works. So
Oh, this.
yeah, I mean, how does it work in the bathtub?
I did
Does
have
the water roll out over the edge?
no. Well, it's the water doesn't come out. It's just for taking a shower. Now, I'm sorry, I did not mention that they have ones that has a door that goes in it. So if you want it, yeah. So I'm sorry. So that would be converting your tub to just a shower. You can get it just like that. That's the least expensive version right there sitting. Now they do have other ones that are higher and have a door in it that will open, just like you've seen those other tubs, those big tubs that the whole door opens up. We would put that in there, and then the door would go in it, so you could use it as a shower or a tub. I'm sorry, yes. Thank you for mentioning that. Good.
Well, thank you, Jim.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.